I'm Rachel Rubio, and I did my current events presentation on the Yemeni children dying of starvation from the Yemen war. I think since this doesn't necessarily involve the United States, a lot of people are unaware of this going on. I know I was before doing research, and I thought this was a good topic to discuss because it is important to make others aware and somehow put an end to these children dying from malnutrition, hunger. Before I move on to the next slide, there are more pictures, and they might be a little graphic, but compared to other pictures I saw on the internet, they aren't too bad. So here they are, and I'll just give you a second to look at them. It actually looks like the right picture and the bottom middle picture. It's the same child. Overall, around 85,000 children have died during this ongoing 3-year war. It's almost been 4 now. A leading international charity found that between April 2015 and October 2018, so about 3 years there, about 84,701 children under the age of 5 have died from hunger. An organization called Save the Children estimated that at least 50,000 of those children died in the year 2017, averaging to be 130 deaths every day. This 84,701 number isn't including those children that died from infection and injuries from the war that were left untreated. So that's what brings us closer to the 85,000 number. Save the Children estimates that if this continues at this rate, about 14 million people are at risk of starvation in this country. Here is some background on Yemen wars. Yemen wars have been occurring on and off since 2004. Battles take place between two factions. They are the Yemeni government and the Houthis militia and their supporters. Both of these groups claim they constitute the Yemeni government, and the latest ongoing current war occurred in 2015 after the Houthis captured Yemen's capital city. The Houthis-led Supreme Revolutionary Committee declared a general mobilization to overthrow Hadi, which was the government's leader, and further their control by driving into southern provinces. Coalitions led by Saudi Arabia launched military operations by using airstrikes to restore the former Yemeni government. The current Yemeni civil war that has been going on for almost 4 years now is the most complex of the conflicts between these groups. Some of the reasons it is the most complex include its high casualty numbers, and this war has the most foreign country involvement. The war and the center of the conflict is taking place at Yemen's port city, which is the vital entry point for the United Nations and aid. There is Saudi coalition blockade at the port city, making it difficult to provide medical supplies and food. The commercial import of food is dropping by more than 55,000 metric tons a month, which is enough to meet the needs of 4.4 million people, half of whom are children. Due to the blockades, Save the Children have been forced to bring supplies through another port, and this port is so far out of the way, it triples the amount of time it takes to reach those in need. So it takes a long time for the supplies to get to those who need it the most. The current conflict is making it both difficult and dangerous to help. Having to use another port to provide aid and food takes more time, and in that time, people's lives could be saved, but instead, they're losing their lives. More bombings and airstrikes are occurring, causing more danger to the children there and to save the children members trying to provide help. The organization Save the Children is on the ground helping the most vulnerable in Yemen survive and stay safe. They have treated nearly 100,000 children suffering from malnutrition and are operating mobile health clinics with healthcare providers in the hardest to reach areas. With the ongoing war and increased food prices, as well as breakdown of health, Yemen is at risk of slipping into famine. Since the conflict and the war is still taking place and making it difficult to help, the best thing those at home can do is donate to Save the Children so they can supply more medical aid and food to those who need it. And then here are just some sources I used.